WeVideo is cloud-based video editing software which can be used on any device or indeed on a laptop or a personal computer. You can access WeVideo by simply visiting wevideo.com or downloading the app from any of the app platforms. You can see the blue app here on my screen, so I'm going to tap on that. It brings me into my homepage, which of course provides me with access to my previous projects or allows me to create a new project simply by tapping on Create at the top right hand side of the screen. Once I tap on Create, I'm brought into my editing page. From here, it's very simple to build your project by simply importing different images and different footage and then going about editing them. To access your videos and your images, you can simply visit the pane on the left-hand side, which has Recents, and that will show you all of the recent media that you've imported, as well as your videos, and of course then the recently added media content as well to your device. I'm going to come back into Recents, and here what I'm going to do is choose some images and simply tap, hold, and drag them down to my timeline. I'm also going to select some video content and again simply drag it down to my timeline. I repeat this process until I'm happy that I have inputted all of the media which I would like to use for this presentation. I can import it in order. You can see here that it's building my presentation for me. If for any reason I import media and it goes into the wrong place, I can simply tap on it. I can delete it if I wish, or I can simply drag and drop it where I would like it to appear in my overall project. Also, you can see that there's a title slide here, which I can use if I wish to do so. I can change the font on it. I can tap on where it says my video to change what it says there. And there are various other editing options for me there. I'm going to choose not to use that title slide because I would like to use my first image as my title slide. So I simply put my finger on it, drag it and drop it to the bin. We're going to use this first image as our title slide. So you can see I've got some options here once I tap on that image. Firstly, I can choose to have a frame on it or not. So we're going to choose to not have a frame on it. I can choose how long I want this to stay on the screen for. So 6 seconds might be a little long, so I'm going to choose 4 seconds. I can choose to animate the slide. So I can simply tap on Start and tap on where I would like the slide to start from, tap on End, and if there is something perhaps in the slide which I would like to draw attention to, it will end on that for me. If I want to preview what that looks like, I simply tap on the little play button at the bottom in the center of the screen so I can see what that's going to look like. Now, if I want to add text onto that, I simply come to the bottom pane again, and we've got some options here. On the very right hand side at the bottom are the little A in the box. That's going to allow me to add some text. We're using the free version of WeVideo for this presentation, and as you can see, anywhere you have a lock, this would be content that's available to you in the paid for version. So I'm going to simply add sample text, add it. I can choose to move that around my screen wherever I would like it to appear. I'm going to pop it up here. By simply tapping on it, I can now edit that text in the same way that we could in the previous slide. I can choose to make that a different color if I'd like it to stand out as well. So perhaps I'm going to choose black or grey. Go with grey. And I can choose to make that a little bigger by simply sliding that size toggle as well. And again, I can choose to have it in a different font should I wish to do that also. Okay, once we're happy with that then, we simply press the back arrow and that will save for us. And then we're going to tap on Done on the top of the screen. So we're now back to editing our various different media. As you'll see, there's a transition between each of our slides. And again, we can choose what type of transition we would like here. Crossfade is fine for me. When I tap on a video, it gives me the clip editor. So if there is sound associated with this clip, but I don't want that sound to play in the presentation, it could be some background sound, I can choose to turn the volume right down. If I wanted to add some narration over it, I would do that. If not, I can simply leave it up. I can also choose to speed up the clip or slow down the clip by simply bringing the toggle up or down on our speed. And of course then I can choose a select part of that clip by trimming it simply by tapping on the edges and bringing my finger in on both sides also. If I want, I could also add text to that screen. Now this little image beside it, this icon with the person in it at the bottom pane, is a green screen, and again that's in the paid for feature. The little scales then to the left of the play button, I can choose to flip or rotate or background blur if I wish. And then as well, there's the editing feature on the very right hand side at the bottom. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to tap on done. And I simply work my way through each of the images. So on this image, for example, I'm going to choose to turn off that animated effect because I want to be able to see the whole photo on the screen. But again, I'm going to bring that down to perhaps 3 seconds. I don't need to see it for that long. That animated feature is called a Ken Burns effect in filmmaking. Once I'm happy, I tap done, and I simply work my way through the various different aspects of my presentation until I'm happy that I have all of my editing done. At the very left hand side of my timeline here on the bottom, which you see moving, you'll see there's a little wand icon, a music icon, and a microphone icon. The little wand icon allows me to add a background theme should I wish to do so. And again, you can see there are some themes which are available to us there in the free version and some which we would need to pay to unlock. The black basic theme has already been applied to this presentation and I'm happy with that, so I'm going to click on done. If I want to add some background music, I'm going to tap on the little music icon and that will bring up the music library for us. And again, here you can see much of this library is not going to be available to us in the free version of this editing software. But I can scroll down and I can choose whichever emotion I'm looking to portray in my piece. So feel good. Feel good seems like a good option to me. So I'm going to tap on the little plus there and it's loading that song now into my presentation for me. I can choose what volume I want it to play at also if we don't want it to be too loud. Once we're happy, and again you can see it playing in the little preview pane for us there with the volume that we've chosen, we simply select done. And that's now added to our presentation. If we would like to add some narration then we simply tap on the microphone. We tap on what volume level to appear in our presentation with, and we simply tap on the microphone which will count us in. Galway, the city of the tribes. This is Eyre Square in the centre of Galway City. There are many shopping streets in Galway City as well as waterways. Once we're happy with our narration, we simply tap on done, and that will import the narration for us. Once we are happy with our overall presentation, in our main pane here in our screen, we can simply tap on play to see what this looks and sounds like. Once we're happy that our presentation is at the correct sound level and each of our media looks the way we want it to look, we're simply going to navigate to the top right hand side and tap that share arrow. So if you want to remove the watermark in our final presentation, you can upgrade your app. If not, if you're happy with the watermark there, given that you're using the free version, you can save with watermark. It's now going to save the video for you, and it's important that we don't navigate out of the app while this process is occurring. Our video has now been saved to the camera roll.